Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Fools Podcast, episode 32.
It's good morning somewhere. How you doing, Ivan?
I'm doing good.
How you doing, Gallo? Oh man. Alright, so what are we gonna talk about today? No.
I wrote an emo verse.
Oh yeah, that emo verse that you have.
That emo verse that I have. Should I spit it?
Spit it if you want to spit it, man.
If I want to spit it?
Yeah, if you want to spit it, man.
I feel like I'm not gonna spit it later, so I might as well spit it now.
Spit it now.
Yeah, nah, baby. People don't want to listen to that. All right.
You act like people listen, dog.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Want me to give me all listeners? Give me all listeners.
They're gonna start listening right now.
Yeah.
I don't know the flow or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of say it.
I asked you guys last time. Are you paying attention?
Yeah, actually, I do. What are they called? When they do those videos breaking down the lyrics and shit. What are they called?
Genius.
Yeah, actually, I do like a genius thing.
Video? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice Gum did that shit, and I thought that shit was hilarious, right? And then people were like, "Oh, this guy sucks. He had to make his own Genius video because, of course, Genius would never." I'm like, bro, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why are you taking this so
That's gonna
seriously?
used to be funny.
Yeah, it used to be funny.
He used to be funny.
Yeah,
but
and then it became about his YouTube channel all became about money.
yeah, basically.
He's like, watch me cook a cup of soup with Fiji water.
That shit was funny though.
Yeah, that was.
I like how you said that it became about money, and then you said Fiji water, like Fiji water is like the most expensive.
Back then, fucking everybody was on Fiji water. Dog.
Fiji water is bougie as fudge.
Yeah, back then.
That's just $4.
When I was in fifth
Water,
grade,
bro?
when I was in fifth grade, I had this big fat ass teacher, and she would drink Diet Pepsi and Fiji water.
Bro, she's a constant listener. You just fucking.
Shit, she ain't shit.
She ain't shit. She's like, oh, Ivan has a podcast. I should support him. He used to be my student. Yeah, I used to have this fat ass teacher.
She was fat, bro. She was fat.
She was like unhealthy.
Nah, her sister was unhealthy. But
there's a few different types of fats. There's like an unhealthy fat.
This is like
she was pretty big. She was really big, but she couldn't. It's like she was maintaining herself with her Fiji water.
And diet soda.
Like I'd say she was
like Fiji water is like a magical water.
Yeah, well, it's the combo. It's Fiji water and diet soda.
Diet soda, yeah. So I feel like she's so big that she looks like she should be like immobile, right? But she's not. She's like Mobile Suit Gundam, dog. Like,
yeah.
Her. Oh shit.
Damn you! Who are you, Angel?
Yeah. She, like when she's walking around, I feel like that song should play.
Yeah.
Get around, I get around. Get around, get around.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say that other song.
Which one?
The one with the bar that's like
Mr. Boombastic.
No.
Mr. Fantastic. She's bigger than
Call
that.
me Mr. Smooth.
She's bigger than that, but she can get around.
You're like
think I'm
have
gay.
sex with a big bitch, call it Mobile Suit Gundam.
What the
Oh,
Or Gundam Wing, yeah.
From
Zach
Zach
Fox.
Fox. Yeah, that shit was
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm not even a Gundam fan like that, but that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, we have Gundam fan friends, and
We do.
You know, that got me more into it. But
Yeah, we
my
do.
brother got super into it. G Gundam, that's the Gundam that I grew up with.
I kind of want to talk more about it, but go ahead and do your verse.
Looking for a reason, or maybe a martyr. Looking for a thought to blame, to claim I fought him. What's the problem? A figment of my imagination? Couldn't be. Why would I make myself feel this way? Irony? Sick joke? My mind playing games on me? Work night shifts so long. Secondhand son. Used to love to run, but that's all said and done. Stress became my exercise, anxiety my diet. Depression is my full therapy. I don't suggest you try it.
Cry, let it out.
Now the dam burst and lakes dry. A drought, yet the bedrock is where the feelings hide. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I wanted to be more outgoing with my depression. And you think about it, and then like you keep wanting to like have this conversation with people, but the only people that you have the conversation with are people we already know that you're depressed. So
Like preaching to the choir.
yeah, basically.
It's like, yeah, okay, we get it for you, sad.
Yeah. No, like
I
you
see you every day.
yeah, exactly. Why are you yelling?
Bro, you just ear raped them right now, dog.
Why are you yelling?
You're like,
Bro,
right now, this is what the listeners are doing. They took out the ear. Fuck, that shit was loud.
Bink. There you go.
Yeah.
It was funny because there was that one day where Angel was like, yo, I got this CBD cigarette. And I was like, whoa, cool, right?
That shit got me off nicotine, bro. That shit was crazy.
It did?
Yeah, but now he's
Yeah.
addicted to CBD.
Yeah, I don't be smoking like that anymore, bro. If I don't have weed, bro.
Oh, yeah, because you said you stopped hitting the bang pen, too, huh?
Yeah, that's what
Bang
that was
pen.
the nicotine was, yeah.
Check this out. So, I slept over at Angel's house that day, right? In the morning.
Sick.
In the morning, I was leaving, right? And I see,
See, I had fucking cereal. That shit's all in my fucking beard right
oh,
now.
I want to talk about that shit, too. But yeah, so, I wake up in the morning, right? And I look at the
Feel
fuck...
like P. Diddy? Sorry. You're like, can I fucking talk? Go ahead, talk on our podcast.
And I'm looking at Angel's desk, right? And a killer clown picture caught my eye, and I opened up the killer clown thingy, because I knew it was a cigarette case, you know. So I opened. I'm like, but Angel doesn't smoke cigarettes. And I know he doesn't put his blunts in here because he makes them all like small and ear size and pocket size. So I opened up the thing, and there's like 2 or 3 CBD cigarettes in there still. And I was like, oh, it's CBD cigarettes. So I close it, and I'm just like, and I walk away, and I go catch the bus. I go home, and then when I get home, I follow this guy named Martin. He's been on Fool's podcast before. He's the guy who goes, cocaína. And the guy who goes, somebody asked me if I'm autistic. I'm autistic as shit. It's that guy. So, turns out...
I don't remember.
Well, he's actually autistic. And, he works out a lot, and he does keto, and a lot of people just hear what he says, and they think he's just, like, crazy or something. And
That fool speaks some deep ass shit, bro.
if you pay attention, he spits facts, bro. Like, I'm not even joking. Like,
yeah.
He's a fax machine?
yeah, he's a fax machine, dog. So on this video, he's all saying how like he's explaining how like when people take THC, like they smoke weed and all that they get this high rush of dopamine, right? And so they're happy and they can deal with things in their daily lives, right? But then that part of the brain that's being affected when you come down off of it,
Calm down.
and that part of the brain is still like being it wants to be active, so you start getting irritable because you don't have your fix no more, you know. So then you just lash out for no reason just because you were smoking all day, and now you have like you just want to get high again, right? So then he was saying that if you mix THC with CBD, the CBD when you're coming down off the THC is gonna help stabilize those parts of your brain that wanted to be affected. So
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there not CBD in weed?
Yeah, there is, but it's not. Basically, CBD products are more
They're just more concentrated.
concentrated. Yeah.
Okay.
So it helps. That's why they go coincide with one another. And he explains that shit, and I was just like, whoa. So I sent it to Angel and Samson and shit, and it was just weird how like the killer clown thing caught my eye, and I opened it up, it's a CBD cigarette, and then Angel barely just hopped on that, right? He barely did it, and it's helped him.
I started doing it so it can kill the nicotine habit of hitting the bangs all the time.
Yeah, fuck Nick, dog.
Yeah, fuck
Nick.
Yeah, fuck Nick.
Fuck Nick, dog. I'm just gonna sample that.
Just cause
Fuck
I still
Nick.
smoke blunts, but I mean, it's a low percent of nicotine that I'm intaking every day than I was with fucking bangs.
Smoke blunts, rub cunts.
There we go. And I after it got me off the bangs, I started smoking them after a blunt because I noticed like it would actually I wouldn't care about smoking again afterward because just like the explanation you said, it was because of the CBD regulating. But I didn't know that. I just knew like it just made me feel better than if I were to smoke a blunt and then smoke nicotine. And so I just kept doing it, and then you sent me that shit. I was like, oh, that's why I do it, because he just explained it to me. I just knew it because like I was feeling the effects of it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And then I was like, once you sent me that,
It all fell into place.
yeah, I was
It all
like, I
clicked.
see, I am also autistic.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
It's funny because I had unfollowed Martin for a while because when I used to follow him, I got annoyed because he always went live. Like he went live a lot, and I always got the notifications. And then so I unfollowed him, and then someone told me, you could just turn him off, right? I was like, I didn't know that. So then, barely recently, I was like, I miss him. So I went back and I followed him, And then it's funny because Angel came back on Insta and his name was No Name. I Do Not Exist or something like that.
Yeah, it's just no name.
Yeah, and then so Martin's fucking tag thing, his new Instagram name is similar to Angel's. It's like I am, therefore I exist or some shit like that.
That's funny. That was my last handle. I am, therefore I suffer.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, and I sent it to Juan too. Juan was like, "Oh yeah, I need a help." I mean, he's like,
I need help.
no, he saw it. He saw it and he was like, yeah, I needed to know this because, you know, I don't want to lash out on people when I'm coming down, you know? I was like, yeah.
But he normally lashes out on people.
Yeah.
Beforehand. No.
Preemptive.
Preemptively. He plans on it.
Yeah. Plans it out.
I sent it to Samson, and then Samson was like, he's like, I want to see this fool do a blinker. And then later on, a few days later,
Yeah, from the pen, from the card pens, the weed pens.
What the fuck does that mean?
You hit it into blinks. It has like
when it's fucking burning you?
Yeah, so like so as you
don't
hitting
blow
it,
up on your mouth.
no, it's just a lot of smoke.
yeah, Samson says that shit, right?
Yeah, all the smoke is from the vapors because of pen burning.
Yeah, that's how you get the smoke.
Then
you don't hit the burn. You hit the
I'm
smoke.
kidding. Though.
Oh, okay.
3 days later, Samson sends me a post. Someone reposted Martin's video. This fool did 5 blinkers in a row.
Who?
Martin. Yeah. Dr. Fu.
Yeah, Dr. Fu.
He did 5 blinkers in a row. By the 4th one, he was slobbering. It was crazy. But he did that shit.
That fool's down. It's just spaced out in his head and shit. All he's thinking about is hitting another blinker.
Yeah, but dude, like, I got...
Yabba dabba do.
We can too.
Used to say yabba dabba do. Now to say
yabba
yabba
dabba
dabba hoo.
I got the same shit in my head.
You know me, man. I like my Hanna-Barbera.
You know me, I like my Joji.
That's true. I like Joji too.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of fell off on that music a little bit.
You're eating the whatchamacallits? Nice. Yeah.
Whatchamacallits is an actual food. Though.
It's the actual candy? Yeah. No, this is a different kind of candy.
Yeah, we're not eating that.
I'm not eating it.
I'm not eating that.
Angel is though. Got a gift from my brother-in-law.
Shout out.
Gave some to Angel.
Shout out.
Secret to the gummies and the I say it, the edibles is to keep it in your mouth as long as you can.
For real?
That's not a secret.
It is to most people. Most people don't know, man. Because I see these new kids eat the
new kids on the block.
Yeah, they just eat straight through, and they're like, man,
I never feel the shit.
Like, man, I don't feel it. He's like, yeah, because you just ate it and now it's just digesting now.
You're gonna feel it later.
Yeah, you got. If you just suck on it, it gets in your gums.
You gotta suck on
Gets in your
it.
saliva.
Hold
you
up.
Swallow it and stuff.
Pause. Sus. Nah, but
So
what you're saying is, if you want it, feel it later, eat it straight up.
Yep, yeah, it kind of like I feel like it dims the effect a bit, but like you get more of the THC if you just suck on it.
So you're saying you're just a fiend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I was okay.
It's
So
like mushrooms too. The more you suck
Oh
on
shit!
it,
Wait,
the
hold
more
up.
effect you get.
So the genius review of my song that I did.
they don't do reviews. You just
Yeah, no, I mean like
lyrics.
the explanation of said lyrics are basically if you or a loved one suffer from depression.
Just contact this number.
Usually in your thoughts, you're wondering why this shit's happening. So you kind of want to blame stuff. Like in your head, you're like, maybe I don't get enough sun, or maybe, like I'm just not eating right or exercising or some shit. You're looking for something to blame instead of trying to fix an actual problem. And that's what I'm currently suffering with.
Was it actually fixing the actual problem or finding what the actual problem is?
I saw an Instagram post
Which
this
one
morning
is it? Yeah.
that said someone, I don't know who it was, but someone said, "Oh, when you're depressed, you don't know why. You're just trying to figure out a reason why you are the way you are, or some shit like that."
Instead of actively changing it.
Angel told me something a couple weeks ago that clicked.
Yeah?
Yeah, because this one girl posted this. She posted this thing saying that like her brother committed suicide and like he had a good job, he worked really hard and da da da. But at the end of the day, he was still sad and he still took his life, right? And it just says that some people are just. They didn't say this, but it basically said some people are just wired differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just can't get over depression and shit. And then so Angel was like, well, Jordan Peterson says clean your room. If you're not happy in your space, then you have to fix your space. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, we don't know this guy. We don't know how he took his, like, we don't know his living condition or whatever, but I know I'll be like looking around and I'm like, damn.
It's like the basic principle of fixing your core foundation, like fixing your core living space.
Yeah, because I don't like stretching. Like, it helps out a lot though, but man, after
I love stretching. I love feeling that pain.
I just want to work out, you know? I don't want to like fucking do like 30 minutes of fucking stretching just so I can work out. But yeah.
You don't view those 30 minutes of stretching as working out?
No.
You don't?
No, but it's essential because even before, like, I was stretching, I'm like, all right, I need this, you know? I need to do this. And then recently, I fucked my back up, right?
Yeah, it's like the foreplay of exercise.
It really is. And I like foreplay. But now it's like...
Well, now you're saying about it as a foreplay of exercise, and maybe you'll like it.
Okay, Golly, you got me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, I know...
We walk in, and he's like...
I did, like... I know a lot of stretches, right? So when I threw my back out, I was doing, like, a bunch of back stretches and shit. And now it's like I'm almost, like, fully healed, bro. It only hurts at night when I'm laying down on my back. But other than that, bro, I had a workout yesterday. Fucking demolished it, dog. It felt great. I was like, it's like my back. I feel like Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson tore his ACL.
Let me practice real quick. All right.
Tony Ferguson tore his ACL, and they told him that he was going to be out of competition for like maybe like a year or two, and maybe he can never actually come back at full strength, right?
Rock Lee?
This fool healed himself by himself in 6 months, I think.
No Tsunade?
And he came back and competed and won. It's fucking crazy, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking Tony Ferguson. Healed my back like in a week and a half.
Rock Lee fucking Tsunade himself?
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson, dog. The Green Beast.
When Tony Ferguson used to call out Conor McGregor would like avoid it, and he was on like a 12-fight win streak, but he was managed, or maybe I'm getting those numbers wrong, but he was on a big win streak, but he was a part of the same management company owned by Conor McGregor, so he never really got a chance to get a big title shot because of that. So yeah, it's crazy, but now that Tony's on like a 3-fight losing streak, he's been getting manhandled. Now, when he talks shit, Conor's saying shit like, I'm gonna kill you in the ring. It's gonna be the first death in UFC ring, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bruh, you're only talking shit because you think Tony's gonna, you think you get, like, beat up Tony.
No, he's only talking shit because it's ingrained in him. That's all.
Conor?
Yeah, in Conor?
No, Conor's giving him props before and shit. But now he's like...
No, but talking shit's just ingrained in this guy's, like, system. Like,
yeah.
If he could talk shit, and then he could praise the same person.
No, yeah, he does that too all the time.
He does that all the time. Like,
he literally gave praises to Habib's father when Habib's father died, and then he said this controversial thing that because when Dustin beat Conor I think the first or second time,
it was the COVID thing.
Yeah, Habib was like, good defeats evil, and then Conor was like, oh, then your father must be evil then because COVID took him out, and then that became like super controversial. People were like, Conor McGregor shit. Yeah.
Back on the depression thing.
Yeah.
It was. I remember what Jordan Peterson fully said, or not fully, but like paraphrase. Mm-hmm. It was. With depression, is like there's things in your life you haven't done or you didn't do, which it could be like events. No, my bad.
It is your bad.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
Hold up.
Talking about depression, feel bad.
Oh man, I'm sorry. If you're depressed, you have to detect what's depressing you. It could be family life. It can be your home life. It can just be as simple as having a dirty room, and because of a dirty room, your mind is scattered and stuff.
You know what it is?
You can't work places.
You know what it is?
But hold on. You have to target what makes your depression. You can't just. Most people don't want to be are scared to fix their family life because they don't know the outcome. And so the depression becomes a little bit of anxiety as well. Yeah. And so it starts building up, and so just you not doing stuff causes depression and anxiety. Mm-hmm. But Jordan Peterson also says that if you fix anything in your life that you're supposed to fix, like okay, your family's broken, fix your family. Okay, your job's miserable, you fix your job. and you're still depressed, he says some people still require pills, because it's just some people's brains just can't function like that. Some people's brains just are built depressed.
Yeah, the pills I used to take as a kid
Yeah.
for my ADHD, the side effects, one of the many side effects is depression and bipolar and shit like that. So there's times
and
where like
ADHD, even that's a little fucky too, though.
yeah,
Where people with the doctors prescribing kids stuff.
for reals, dude.
Because it's just like the opioids we were talking about last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's just money grab. It's just sell as much as you can and tell
bro,
them it's good.
You told me one time that because the pills I was taking, they were called Adderall and Risperdal, and I took a different kind before those two as well. I don't even know what I can't even remember what those ones are called, but
the Adderall one fucks up your cock.
Yeah, there's like estrogen in them. So a lot of times boys who took them as kids, they grow up to have gynecomastia. You don't know what that is? That's basically female breast on a male body because of the estrogen hormones being
the excess estrogen.
that you're taking. So
The same estrogen you get when you eat or drink cow milk.
nah. Oh yeah, cow milk, yeah. But people get it mixed up with soy milk, but soy milk doesn't have estrogen. It has a different hormone called phytoestrogen, which is like
kind of estrogen.
you intake it. It's kind of not, and you're able to. I don't know how to say it, like excrement it out. Easily.
Excrement.
Yeah, you take a shit and it's basically gone.
The chemical gets. Oh shit! I don't know the word either.
Yeah.
Basically filtered through your body.
Yeah, filtered. Yeah, it's easier filtered than estrogen, whereas estrogen's gonna actually stain your body.
Oh, I get you. It's like watered down.
Yeah.
Because your body's like, oh look, estrogen.
Yeah.
Grab onto it.
So basically, I'm like I was always worried about getting like man tits.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. But then I also realized that you told me this one story where, and like, it's happening now. Like, kids, there'll be boys like skating like at skate parks or whatever's in LA, and they fucking they take them in, they arrest them and shit, and then they give them these pills without telling their parents, and they're giving them estrogen pills because they believe that if boys are too rowdy, then they need estrogen to
calm them down.
Calm them down. That's fucking bullshit, dude.
It's just boys that need an outlet for their hormones,
Yeah.
Like, it just builds up hormones. That's why
You can't suppress that shit.
Yeah, boys need to do stuff like activity. Like that's why boys gravitate to skating, basketball, fighting. Even like or no, like the worst case scenarios and stuff like that. It's because you need an outlet for the hormones. And
exactly.
You can't just give them this estrogen.
You're combating the problem, and you're making them. You're turning them into like a worse outcome.
Yeah, docile. You're turning them into weaker.
Exactly.
Turning them weaker.
And I had to go through that shit. It sucks.
Because with the kids with hormones, you teach them how to express it healthily, express it in the right way. Whereas just taking the estrogen is just like, okay, don't learn anything, just rely on this, and then that's what makes them weak, and that's when they can't deal with life and shit. Like it gets deeper like that too.
Codependence.
Yeah, it gets codependent like that. You just rely on people.
Nowadays, like a certain like lighting gets me sad and shit. Like it puts me in a different mood.
I get you.
And I'm just like, fuck. And it always used to get to me, but nowadays I'm just like, I have no reason to be sad. I have no fucking reason to be fucking sad about depressed or anything.
Higher awareness.
Yeah, so I just tell myself when I start feeling down, I'm like, I know I feel this way, but I don't have to feel this way, and I'm like, I'm looking forward to the future and shit.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes you get knocked
fight
down,
out of it.
but you get up again, because nothing's gonna keep you down.
As a wise philosopher once said.
Yeah, bro. I be eating cereal, dog, and that shit just fucking gets all up in my goatee.
Oh, that's what you want to talk about after?
Yeah, like, cause dude, like,
bro, we're talking about problems and we're getting to the source. No.
Yeah, dude, I be eating cereal.
I was trying to find Gallo's problem.
It's because I never.
Well, I was gonna say it and you told me to stop.
For years from my
He's
job.
like, we talking about your goatee.
For years in my job, I couldn't have facial hair, right? Like a goatee or anything like that. But now, since last year, everyone's wearing masks. I can grow my goatee. So I've been having one, and I realize when you have one, milk is going into your fucking goatee beard.
It's not even just that. So it's pretty common for everybody to call it like a food strainer and blah blah, like just jokes saying that there's gonna be food in your beard, like just in general your beard. So like every guy you see with a beard, know for a fact If that motherfucker had some cereal, he got milk inside that beer.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta wash that shit.
you have to.
Yeah,
wash
I
that
literally
shit.
have to wash that shit
Yeah,
afterwards.
like after you eating shit, you have to because even when I had a beard, I had to wash my shit.
Yeah.
Like, after I
You could
eat.
be as careful as you
ramen?
fucking
Hell no.
want to be. You
Yeah.
could wear like that weird like
Little bib thing.
that little bib thing. You could put it like over your beards and shit. It does not matter. Life finds a way.
Yeah, because fucking when Gallo picked us up today, I'm in the back seat and I'm looking at myself in his rear view mirror, right? And I'm eating this apple, and I keep looking at myself and I'm like, all right, I'm good. And then I finish the apple, I'm still good. I throw it out the window. I look down, and I look back up at the rear view mirror, and I have a fucking chunk of apple in my beard. I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from, dude?
I had the whole ass core.
What a tree going out.
I called him Johnny Appleseed.
Telling tall tales. There he goes. Telling tall tales again.
To the tall toes.
Tall tale Ivan.
This is the pool podcast. Where we talk about swimming pools, dead pools,
Drowning pool.
drowning pool.
Sometimes I get confused and I talk about light poles.
Pools. Pools.
Pool tables.
No, was there anything else you wanted to say, Gal?
Oh, to the depression thing, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like life is just not what I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that life was constructed for all these years, the whole job thing, the whole like you gotta work all this fucking time just to have like 10 years of your life be actual bliss if you make it that far.
It's also part like we're also lied to as a kids by boomers.
We were lied to this whole time.
Yeah, like,
and they think telling the truth to kids nowadays is gonna help by clouding it in the same lies. I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
It's hard to fucking explain.
Because he's talking about like wasting your life like in the beginning of your life, like going to school or finding a job, depending on what your parents say.
Yeah.
But what our parents did is a lot different from what we have to do, because their school was a lot cheaper, even though like their everything, I say inflation, regulated back then, so it's like even though their school was cheaper, they still got paid less because of minimum wage type shit. Mm-hmm. But it was still easier for them to go to school, and they actually benefited from going to school. They actually got jobs and shit, like lawyers, doctors type shit.
With their whitewashed ass fucking history and shit.
Well, it just depends. And then now when you talk about college, you have to get loans now. It's like not even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like $20,000s of dollars and shit. And it's
it's 80,000.
Yeah, it's going up there, and it's like they're telling you, if you want a good life, this is how you should live. Mm-hmm. And go to school, pay for your loans, and get a job that hopefully will get you enough money to pay back your loans and live life. Whereas if you just break script, you can just work, save up, and then just live your life like that. Like,
there's this family I saw on Instagram.
Trade school.
It was literally just these people. It was a dad, a mom, and 2 kids. The kids were young, and they're living out their vans, and they're like, looks like having the time of their life and shit. And you just think like, how do they make money? Like, how do they do all this shit? Like, how they living like that? Like, that shit just don't make sense.
They got old money. They got that family money.
Exactly. Like I heard that on the line of the song, like that old money.
They go. There's one song that starts off like, y'all, everyone got that old money. We want that new money. We already got that old money.
Yeah. Now new money is crazy because like once you get it, it's already gone. Like everything is expensive now, bro. Yeah. But just going back to the lies and shit, like you just break script and you actually do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You will live a better life, because if you listen to your parents, do this to make money, do this to do this to do this, you're just living off someone's opinion, someone else's wants and shit.
From a different generation.
Yeah, and it's just built into you now because it's just integrated into you from a kid. Because that's them telling you because they're raising you.
This video popped up on my recommended that sounds exactly what you guys are talking about. Mm-hmm. It was called Hal from Malcolm in the Middle Explains Working in School Perfectly. So the scene, it's a little scene, and then like Malcolm and Reese, they walk up to the mom, and the mom's all like, "You guys need to get jobs. Reese, I tried getting you a job, but everyone knows who you are, and you can't. So you're gonna have to find one on your own." And then Malcolm, you're starting at my job. She works at like the grocery store, and he's like, "Well, I don't want to work with you, blah blah blah. Can I get in?" She's like, "No, you're working with me. I already put the word in for you." And then the dad walks in and they're like, Dad, Mom's making us get jobs. And then the dad's like, no, you guys need to wait, they didn't mention the mom yet. But he's like, Dad, do we have to get jobs? He's like, no, you boys need to go to school. You have all your life to work. You only have a small selection of time to go to school. So go to school and enjoy it and make the best of yourself. And the mom's like, how? They need, they're getting jobs. He's like, boys, you need to work. You guys need to work for everything you have. And you guys need to make a good example. And hard work leads to better things. And,
that episode.
Yeah, and I was
Dad,
like,
you sell meth.
That's
I don't sell it, son. I make it.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Jesse's just chilling in the background.
Yeah. He's the cousin.
Yeah, like really young Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
That was pretty interesting, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, how do you get an entire generation to break a norm?
So basically, I was saying, like, he spent, like, 10 years doing something.
Well, you started off with school, though. You guys both
Yeah.
went to college, like, fresh out of high school.
Yeah, and it was because we got scammed into it, bro.
Got scammed right into it.
There's those 4
Do you wish you were working instead?
Yeah. Because everything I could have learned off YouTube.
Yeah.
And then if I probably was more in the workforce in the beginning, I probably would have learned more from other people. Like,
Back in high school.
You still had those teachers, though. They taught you some shit.
Yeah, they taught me some shit, but not enough to where I would be like.
But now you guys are
the
both
school
in
closed
debt.
down. The school closed down. So
And now you guys are both in debt and shit. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't be saying that, huh?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's
Back in
debt
high school,
in California.
we our friend group with Infrez and Dustin and everybody.
Well, yeah, hold on. Shout out Umphreys. That's what did my tattoo. That's
Yeah,
what
that shit looks tight, bro.
Gonagel.
Oh, wait. That shit looks tight, bro.
That shit's sick, huh?
I remember when Angel first came up to me and was like, I want to get this was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a year ago. He was like,
he told me was it a year ago? No, you had the idea for a while.
Probably like a year and a half or something like that.
yeah, he's like, I want to get a dream catcher on my hand, and the little strands with the feathers were hanging down from my fingers. I was like, that's cool, dude. I want to get a wind chime on my hand, and then I could the little wind chimes would be at the end of my fingers, and I go, ding, 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 ding.
And he's like, whoa, really?
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm joking.
I was like, that's tight.
Yeah, but now he finally got his fucking hand tattoo, and it looks amazing, bro. And the
now
fucking
you need to get your wind chimes.
and the fucking even the dream catcher part, the actual like catching part is all like satanic and shit. It looks dope.
Yeah, it looks like the Blair
It's all
Witch
sticks
shit.
and shit, or witchcrafty.
Yeah, it looks like the Blair Witch.
What's this on
project.
your pinky though?
It's a 1.
It's a 1?
Yeah, it's because he has some purple ink in the back that couldn't come off because it's like some hard ass ink.
What's it symbolize though?
It's a 1 and 3.
13? Oh, 13?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hard. I didn't even see the third.
Yeah,
the
so it's the
3.
death of my sins and the death of my patterns and shit.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. That's tight.
Yeah, so the dream catcher catches all of that, and then the 13 kills it. Thank you.
So back in high school, we're part of a friend group, and we had like juvenile fun. I would say akin to like Jake Paul type shit, but you know they're definitely on a
more
fucking
more punk.
yeah, more punk. And definitely on a
Because we didn't have money.
Yeah,
so
definitely on a different level.
We had to run.
On a different level. They fucking it was before them too. So back then I was like, maybe we should do a pod or well, we did try to do a podcast at one time. It was inside his RV. We didn't talk about shit though. He just kind of like recorded, and I'm like, we have nothing to talk about.
We're kids.
Yeah, we're kids.
We just party all day.
Yeah, so I thought
This could have been.
it would have been better if we did a just a fucking YouTube channel where we just recorded like what we did, have fun, record like our band practice and shit like that. And I was gonna call it Umfres and Friends because it fucking rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we like actually did that, that shit like we'd be fucking living like they are. We would have been doing vines and shit. I feel like
This is the Umprez house.
yeah, exactly.
The Umprez trailer.
I don't know. I still believe to this day that would have been something.
I mean, it still can be something like.
Nah.
And
They have YouTube
not
houses.
the same idea, but not the same people. It depends on who wants to come and stuff. But it's like, in philosophies, you start whenever. Like you have no old age. You just start whenever.
I'm saying no, strictly because that's not us anymore.
All right, I get you.
That's not. That's who we were.
Mm-hmm.
So if we did that, we would have already had our ego death and our evolution. And we wouldn't be doing the same thing right now. We would be evolved, but we will still have that under our belt.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's a
Because we would have been already following what we wanted
it's just
to
a
do.
missed opportunity, basically.
If you're a Cubone and you're still mourning the loss of your mother, you gotta keep on keeping on and evolve into that Marowak, where you wear that dead skull proudly, and you've moved on, and now you're evolved.
What if I'm Galarian?
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Well, I know what that is, but I never seen Galarian Cubone.
He's dark.
Yeah.
Dark ghost. He's pretty sick.
So what's the lore now? Does he still have the skull?
Yeah, he has a skull, but he
He
has
has
like
a
this
skull.
dope fucking like.
Oh, it's on fire, huh?
Yeah, it's a double-sided one. And he
Oh.
flips it around.
Ghost Riding.
I have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, he ghost ride the whip.
Ghost ride the whip.
I've been doing that shit.
He's been ghost riding the whip? No
Yeah,
way.
Every time he parks.
It was 2 times and it was by accident. But anyway, anyway, the evolution would have led to something more like this, our podcast that we have,
But
where we talk more about like actual issues and also try to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you because I think back when I was in middle school and shit. Like, what if I had never gotten kicked out of Alder? I'd be a different person right now. Because I would have hanged out with different people. And I legit would not be who I am today. And then I also think about, like, how I almost moved to Vegas back in 2016.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I was about to go. And my sister was like, no, come live with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, shit. That sounds pretty good. And so I ended up just staying in California, you know? But I think about it, and there was a lot of growth I still needed to have. And if I went to Vegas, I would have been around different people, and I wouldn't be who I am right now either.
Dude, that Futurama episode where they have that TV of basically the what ifs. So like, it's basically Marvel's what if in fucking Futurama, but Futurama did it like years before.
Yeah, Futurama is deep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
They had that TV and
They have
basically,
scientists for writers.
They did.
Crazy, man.
They did actual research for
Yeah.
that shit. So they had like this what if machine. So it was like, oh, what if Fry never fucking fell into the thing and went to the future? And then it shows like, oh, like the whole part, blah blah. Like, imagine if that thing exists. You want to just see Vegas Ivan, see how that would have went out.
I would definitely be different. I'd be more liberal.
That's how people
would-
get depressed.
No, I'm happy that who I am right now.
No, I mean like wanting to see those what ifs. Like wanting to, and then there's not even like wanting to see those what ifs is thinking of like what if those what ifs led to something better.
Yeah.
That's what gets people depressed.
That's why I like to that movie Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah.
There's a great line in that movie where the guy says, Don't be sad in what isn't, thrive in what is. I'm like, I love that shit.
You know, there's 2 things that reminds me of that too. So the first thing, which most people who do stocks already know, they always
beat the banks. Gotta beat the banks.
no, they always think, oh, I missed this play, blah blah. I would have had. It's always I would have had. Oh, if I bought this, I would have. It's like, no shit.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you're
what
spending.
Nando says too.
Yeah, you're spending a lot of time in the past while the stock market's moving.
Oh.
Like it's already
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
You're missing your opportunity for the next one. Like you missed one, now you're missing another one because you're fucking thinking about that other one, the last one.
That's why when Nando talks about stocks, he talks about a lot about like emotional and mind discipline.
Not being emotional about it.
Yeah, like it's a big head game,
Yeah,
especially
shout
if
out-
you're losing a lot of money and you want that money.
Shout out Fernando.
Yeah, shout out Fernando.
Yeah,
But,
shout out Fernando. Injure the lost one.
And then the other one, it's fuck. What was I talking about?
The things that reminded you of what Ivan
Oh, like being stuck on what if?
what if you said you can give 2 examples.
I know I was gonna give 2 examples. I was wondering what the other example. Fuck. No, I can't remember it. I'm pretty brain dead right now. I was fucking watching the Netflix show You, season 2, because what I do, specifically with Dexter, is I like to keep Rita alive in my mind. So I stop at that season 4 mark right before she dies.
I go past it. I'm like, oh, you guys are fucking funny. How do you?
So then, so I'm doing the same shit with You season 2, top tier, best season. They soulmates. They fall in love. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need in me.
Reality is often disappointing.
That's what it is. But you know what else?
So you can't expect anything.
You know what else? It's a TV show and it's meant to make me feel good, so I'm making it make me feel good.
You're stuck, Gallo. You're stuck.
There's this. Oh, I remember now. There was this other movie called Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman. Not a lot of people watched it, I don't think. But it's a female director.
Oh,
and
that
it's a
movie that
pretty
just came
good-
out with Hugh Jackman, where he like goes into his nostalgias.
Yeah, it goes into memories and shit.
AC
So,
Alec Baldwin's
in that
shoes
movie-
on
The
one?
trailer tripped me out. I was like, that's interesting because that's something I deal with too.
So in that
Being stuck
movie,
on the past.
it's basically like it's a dystopian society. That's what helps it become noir. It's definitely a noir film. If you watch this, it's definitely one of those like detective movies, you know, where like there's those blinds and then it's like a detective trying to figure out what's going on and blah blah.
He's thinking.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
Like with the cigarette and the light coming through the blinds. It's literally that
Why
movie.
is this bitch in my office?
Long slender legs like silk. Blah 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 blah. But
Reminds me of the
it's a
hyena
good
down the
movie.
street.
It's a good movie. I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Watchability.
Pretty good.
Rewatchability.
But the thing, they have this thing about the memories. It's like a medical condition. These people burn. It's called like burning. So these people burn these nostalgia memories into their head, so that all their brain remembers is just that. Like, there's this one girl in the movie, and she replays when she met this guy that she falls in love with. And she replays that scene over and over again. So much so, she's a rich bitch. So much so that she paid actors and built the same area, it was like in a shop. So she rebuilt that, and then she just stands there, and then people come in. There's like a bunch of people in like the living room or whatever, all dressed like the husband was dressed that night, and they keep coming in and doing the scene with her over and over again because she's burned. That's all she remembers. If you try to break her out of it, she starts freaking out. Oof. So it's like she can't move on because she's stuck there. And so it's kind of the same thing.
Like the what if type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, memories and dreams is like a crazy subject to think of. If you actually think of your memories and dreams like that, because some people just forget their dreams. Some people remember stuff, but they remember stuff, but not too deeply.
It's crazy when you meet someone that doesn't remember their dreams at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, that sucks.
Makes you question, who are you?
I'm like, I had this dream, I did this and this shit crazy. This crazy shit happened. They're like, oh, I don't remember my dreams.
I have some crazy ass shit that happened recently, man.
I think it has to do with the fact that
I had a nightmare this morning.
I had a nightmare like
I
2
think
nights ago.
creatives, how do you say it, have more visual dreams or more memorable dreams.
A lot of times I'd be going to a point of exhaustion just to go to sleep, and then I won't have a dream that night. It'll just be like me closing my eyes and then waking up a few hours later, not feeling rested and going like, "Yep, nope, gotta get up now. It's fucking, or else this day was wasted."
That's how it be sometimes.
That's how it be all the time.
All the time.
This is a dark episode.
Oh yeah, fools get dark.
Oh, Fools After Dark.
Fools.
But recording in the morning.
Yeah, but it's good. It's after dark somewhere.
We can't say fools get dark because then we'll get canceled.
Oh yeah, Fool's Dark Chocolate.
Yeah,
No,
see.
yeah.
See, that's the thing about dark chocolate, right? It's dark, but it has antidepressants in it, so it makes you happy.
Cacao.
So the more you
Cacao.
the more you dig into your darkness, the happier you'll be because you're attacking that darkness.
If Lightning McQueen was sponsored by Hershey's, cacao.
99%. This is
It
dark.
tastes like dark and shit.
This is dark.
That shit too dark.
You're often the light.
There was a big boxing fight that happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I forgot to talk about it, but it was Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3.
You know what's funny? When you posted that thing, I was like, "Who's gonna win?" I looked at it and I was like, I didn't know either of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like Tyson Fury's gonna win. And then I skip it and I see that you posted it like 21 hours ago.
Yeah.
So I skipped to the next one and it's like he won and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was surprised to see how many people voted for Deontay Wilder. I was like, I guess you guys didn't see the second fight. But there's all this controversy about Tyson Fury's gloves, and I don't really know anything about that, so
And no pads.
something like that. Which is, man, I saw this one fight. My friend sent it to me, right? And I'm just thinking it's from like the 80s. It was like from 83, dude. And I'm thinking like, oh wow, this is a crazy fight. I thought that's why he sent it to me, right? Then I read the comment section. Everyone's like, oh, what that guy did was so terrible. And I was like, what the fuck happened? Turns out one of the guy who was like winning, he had he took out the padding in his gloves and replaced it with plaster. And like so he was hitting that guy with like fucking hard ass drywall in his fucking fist. And that fool he lost vision in one of his eyes. And he couldn't he just went downhill from there and he got in a car crash and died like 3 years later.
Yeah, did we talk about that? We talked about how like boxing's like so fucking rigged and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil, man.
Yeah, it's fucking
Daredevil.
crazy. It's crazy because like you see at the end of the fight you see the dad of the guy who got fucked up grab the other boxer, the guy who cheated. He grabs his gloves. And you see him, and the boxer's not paying attention, and he's like, hey, and he's like, oh, snags that shit away, and then boom, yeah. And though him and his coach got charged with assault, and maybe I think
Attempted murder?
Yeah, attempted murder and shit. It was crazy.
Assault with a deadly weapon?
Yeah,
I would say all that, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's facts.
Fucking
Bro,
terrible.
Why can't you earn it? Why can't you earn it?
Yeah, why can't you earn it, dude?
Like, what was all that training for, you know?
Yeah.
That training was literally just so you could get to the point where you are, and you're like, now I could cheat. Who are you, fucking Boruto?
That
motherfucker
had a chin, dude. Never gave up. It was sad seeing now, knowing what I know now. There was times where he was in his corner in between rounds, and he was like, he's better than me. I'm still gonna fight him, but I'm like, damn.
His feet are like bricks.
Yeah,
that was hardcore, huh?
For real, dude.
He thought he was just fighting a normal match until he touched the glove.
Yeah, but
it's like,
nah. Don't you think you?
He hits like a wall.
Don't you think you'd know though?
Know what?
Like after you get hit like the first time, don't you be
like something so fucking solid?
Some people hit really fucking hard. I don't know.
I don't know. You know how like boxers do the like they touch gloves and shit during fights too, you know, like to get the distance and shit. The only thing he would have just kind of been like, I don't know, that was kind of sus, and like try to punch the glove a little bit.
Just hear that ting ting.
Shit, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, well, whatever. Past is the past.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But yeah, there was a.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot. I think I talked about Mackenzie Dern versus Rodriguez. I think I talked about that, so I don't know. But that was an interesting fight. But there was this fight this weekend that just happened. It was Marvin Vettori versus Paulo Costa, right? So it's in the 185 division.
185.
Both of these men, their last fight was a championship title fight against Izzy, and Izzy beat both of them already. Izzy's beat Vettori twice, and he knocked out Costa in round one. You guys were there for that one?
We were?
Yeah.
Remember Costa?
Yeah. That big-ass Brazilian dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Vettori's been fighting. Costa hasn't. Every time Costa's booked to fight somebody, it's become a joke that when he's booked to fight someone, it's not actually going to be him. He's going to pull out, and then Kevin Gastelum's going to take his place. So when the UFC posts...
the king of pulling out?
Yeah. So when the UFC posts, like, Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa, in the comments, you're like, oh, I can't... People are saying, oh, I can't wait to see Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum. And that's exactly what happened, you know? And then, yeah, it's crazy. And then Kelvin Gastelum
they're like, we weren't being ironic.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, so now, Vettori's been calling out Costa. And he's like a wrestler, right? I never really seen him strike before. But I guess he does sometimes. It's just Izzy's on another level.
They're like the Amazon Associates strikes.
Yeah, and then
they don't.
Costa.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
So Costa finally took this fight, and then during weight cuts, he just gave up, I guess, or no one knows what he was really trying to do. That maybe he was trying to do a fake out or whatever, but he ended up saying like, oh, the fight needs to be at like 195, or I guess it's gonna be at 205. And then Vittori was always down. He was like, I don't give a shit what weight you want to come at. I'm fighting you. And then so the fight ended up being at light heavyweight, one division upwards, fucking 20 pounds upwards, you know, and. So they finally got to fight, and like Costa's the bad guy. Even the announcers were saying like,
he's the heel.
Yeah, he said that he was like, he's the bad guy this week. He's the heel. He's this. He's that. And then everyone's booing him as he comes out and shit. And then like it was a crazy ass fight, bro. Like
the guy's a heel. Would a bad girl be a stiletto?
I suppose.
It'd be a shoe.
Yeah, it was a crazy ass fight. Like. They were slugging it.
Blood everywhere, gladiator shit.
Towards the end, yeah, kind of.
If a good guy becomes a bad guy, would they call it walking in another man's shoes?
The Costa, they were both landing like crazy ass like shots to each other. Vittori kept doing like crazy ass combos, not crazy ass, but he was throwing a lot of combos. But Costa would throw like leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks. He threw like one head kick at one point. It looked like Vittori should have went down from that, but he didn't. And then like Vittori would throw this combination in the like up to the cage where he would do like punch, and then a fucking knee, and like it was just crazy. They were going back and forth. Round two, at the end of round one, Vittori got a takedown, I think, and then in round two, Costa got a takedown. That was surprising to see because he's a striker. And then they just went all out, like. All 5 rounds, no one ever went down. They just kept fighting, bro. It was 2 big ass motherfuckers just beating the shit out of each other. It was crazy. It was amazing, and everyone was like, "Damn, that fight was legit."
Yeah. Sasuke versus Naruto.
Pretty much,
bro. They went on for over a day after they fought fucking Madara and Kaguya and shit. Oh, god damn!
Just punching each other.
Just punching each other, just like this ad punched you guys right in the face.
Boom. Oh, we're started?
Yeah, we're starting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, there's more fights. And I caught a couple of them, but I can't really remember their names. But they were tight. There was one that I wasn't really invested in at first, right? And then by the end of it, I was like, oh, shit. I was in it, bro. It
Are
was
those
tight.
the best?
What?
The ones where you keep your expectations low, and then they're easily exceeded.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Get that hype.
One of the fighters' names was Grant. From the one I got, ended up being
Grant
hyped on.
Gustin?
Nah.
Oh. Granted.
Don't take it for granted.
You guys hear about Alec Baldwin shooting someone on set?
Yeah.
So, bro,
He busted a crow?
Like first of all, like how live was that prop gun? And like I didn't even know they made prop guns live, dog.
Okay, so background to a lot of things that happened here.
I have no idea how that shit came to place.
So first off, they already had problems
with
the
the
shoot.
armor.
There was already misfirings. That wasn't the first one.
Yeah, the armor.
There was
the person who was handling the weapons.
There was a union actually strike. A bunch of people from the union left.
The Actors Guild?
No,
yeah,
the people who take care of the props, like all the props, they walked out. They were being mistreated and everything.
Did they hire a whole new
instead of
cast?
instead of canceling production or whatever, they hired new ones like on the spot, and fucking they just like went on with it. They were like, yeah, whatever. So what happened was it was gonna be a scene where Alec Baldwin's gonna shoot toward the camera, and sadly the cinematographer is the one that caught the whole blow. Helen, I believe her name was. And then the director himself got some too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be a.
Was it like a spread shot or what?
No, it was supposed to be a blank. But
The shotgun has a nice spread.
This isn't a joking situation.
Well, it's Bill Burr.
Yeah. So essentially, this whole thing was a mistake that shouldn't have happened if they actually followed guidelines
Yeah.
and rules.
And
it also brings you to remember that Will Smith video. There was like a guy showing him with the guns. Then he points the gun at Will Smith, and Will Smith quickly like disarms him and like checks to see if it was loaded and everything, and then puts it back down.
Was that for a Suicide Squad or something?
I don't know what that was for. I just know that it was like a really quick video, and people were like, "God damn, like that's some gun training."
Yeah.
But I hate how everyone's putting the blame
On Alec Baldwin.
On just Alec Baldwin.
I noticed that because even though I don't know anything about it, really, I just know the memes. I'm like, obviously it's not his fault.
He's
the only thing because
a
I think
small
he's like
part.
I think he's like a something director, like some in it.
Huh?
He's like a what did you say, Gala?
What do you mean?
What'd you say? What was he?
He was just a small part of a bigger picture. So essentially, if he had gun training, like beforehand, it would have been solved. If the prop department did their job, would have been solved. If they shut down production, which is on the director, and there's just the cast in general, because this isn't the first misfiring. You know, like it's kind of the entire cast. Like it's one for all for one. You know, like this is teamwork, and on the set, especially with a live gun, because they still use those. When they bring up prop guns, they still use live guns.
That's crazy, man.
They just like fill them with blanks and shit. Exactly, which is like y'all haven't learned your lessons for all these years. But anyway,
I was reading too that the same person who armed him with that prop had also other like how you say mishaps and other sets of like firearms going off and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. I think it was a female. It wasn't her first time with that problem.
So there's a lot of stuff that just keep coming out about the set and how like basically it's everyone's fault. And
you see, that's
I
why
just hate seeing like all these memes and stuff with just Alec Baldwin in it, because this is the guy who's like has to carry the guilt now.
Well, he was one of the producers.
All right. What's that to do with it though?
Hold on. Yeah, because I know he had more than just other parts.
Role?
Yeah, this is like more than just a small part, like an overseeing part. But yeah, it was just the whole like the people walking off and then them hiring like this crew like at a half-fast crew.
Yeah, you know, it's just a sad thing that happens, and it's something that needs to change. But who knows if they're gonna do it?
They probably won't.
Motherfuckers just always like to save money. That's all they fucking want to do is save money and make movies and make more money.
Movies have big ass budgets, dude.
Movies have big ass budgets, and they're all here trying to save that money.
Even like a shitty movie, you think they didn't have like a big budget? This shit had a big budget, bro. It's like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
It's not how movies are nowadays. They always have to have fucking like a big ass thing go on.
I'm trying to get this movie done, but I need a budget. I'll give you $1 million. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna turn this $1 million into a movie.
Yeah, into 50 million. Halloween, $300,000. The OG.
Yeah, he made the score himself, the director.
The director took $10K for the job. John Carpenter, and he was a director, the writer, and the musical producer.
Damn,
it's fucking insane.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what else? Bro doesn't even make scary movies. At the time, he was just I make action, and I was watching movies that made us on Netflix. He was just like, I make like action movies and suspense and things like that, thrillers.
Which goes to show, if you just have heart and just enough money, you can pick a fucking dope ass thing.
Yeah. But you know what else it is? It was the networking. He had this other guy, and they were like hanging out, and the other guy was like, babysitter movie with a murderer.
Yeah, the original title for Halloween was going to be called The Babysitter Murders.
And the guy who thought of the name says that that's not true. He's like, nope, that never happened. And then they're like, but it says on the blah blah blah, and he's like, nope.
Well, they put working titles on the fucking cards sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he said it was always going to be Halloween, and it was a really good choice because since he titled it fucking holiday, it's going to be playing on holidays, you know? Yeah. Like every single time Halloween's going to come up, people are going to think, hey, that movie, Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's watch Halloween.
People love Michael Myers so much.
You know what that means?
Like number 2 wasn't even supposed to be about Michael Myers. They wanted to have like an anthology series. And then, but Michael was so popular that part 2 was about him too. And then when they made part 3, and it was a totally different thing, everyone got all disappointed and shit. They talked mad shit on it because it didn't have Michael no more, right? But now, fast forward all these years later, everyone loves fucking 3. They're like, they keep bringing the kids, the witch, the the pumpkin and the skeleton, they keep making cameos and things, and everyone like goes crazy for it. And even the toys, the NECA toys that they came out for it recently, are selling out quick. Like, it's crazy.
You know what that means, though?
This is one of those things.
We gotta make a movie called The Fool's Movie, April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
Valentine's Day.
We live the same day every day.
Nah, I think April Fool's Day should be a killer who's like Freddy-esque.
Freddy-esque?
Yeah, he's literally a fool.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, he tricks you into doing shit.
Fortnite at Freddy's?
He tricks you into playing games.
Yeah, tricks you into killing somebody on your own accord.
Oh.
He's like April Fools.
And then you start dying?
Yeah.
You just start blood starts coming out of your mouth.
It's like April Fools.
Oh, speaking of Halloween kills, bro.
Oh, like somebody's like in the car.
Who'd you kill?
Somebody's in the car and they're trying to do the brakes and he's not there and he looks at the rearview mirror and he's like, April Fools.
He jumps out the back.
Like I said,
he just disappears.
like I said before in my Halloween review thingy, I mentioned how like Michael likes to kill people and then decorate their bodies and shit. Like he stabbed a bunch of guys. He stabbed a guy in the back a bunch of times. He killed like these people and made them like play on the playset or some shit.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't get to mention it because it was a spoiler, but there's a gay couple that lives. There's a gay couple that lives in his in his house, right? And they're cool. Like they're weird, but they're cool. And
Of course they're cool. They're gay.
yeah. And then, like, they call one's shorter, but he's Big John.
Yeah.
And then the other one's taller, but he's Lil John. And then,
What?
Big John, are you
What?
there? Lil John? Like, they're a really big comedic relief, you know?
Okay.
And, pretty much,
Yeah.
Michael kills him. And as...
He's homophobic.
There was a point where, like, they survived for a long time, though. And then, like, it gets to a point...
They were saying that about him, huh?
Yeah,
Michael Myers is
some
Yeah,
people just want to make
I saw that.
I did not take that away
I was
from
like,
this.
he's a murderer.
No. Even if he is homophobic, he's a killer.
He's a killer. Like,
He's homophobic.
He's everything.
He's a child killer. He's
probably racist too. You never. Who cares? He kills. Like
these labels are things
nothing.
that he just does. Like
like it's nothing. He's a fucking killer.
So here's what I thought the reason why they did this shit. Well, they said it, but
Why
there's
is there a termite pest control in my building?
There was probably even less thought of it put into that than how you guys are saying. Okay, but
No, yeah, they just wanted these characters, and then he kills the characters. It's just that.
yeah. So look,
Surface level.
as they're doing like you haven't seen the
Like imagine they're in the writing room. They're just like, we need to kill out some gay people.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just how they became like into the script.
And then it's like,
Which is how writing-
That's inclusivity.
Yeah,
inside
exactly.
Inside of a slasher movie.
which is how their fucking meetings go. Believe it or not, they're like, we need to add more people of
There
color.
you go.
more gay
Oh, you
people."
know what'd be cool though? They just take like statistics of how many people are like gay or like a certain race or whatever, and then all the characters they just pull from a hat. They're just like,
Yeah.
all right, so this guy's in the movie,
Yeah,
this
that
guy's
guy.
in the movie, and then it's gonna be like 20 white people.
He's like, yep.
They're
So-
like, shit.
You must kill white people.
So they went to a different scene, right? And when they're coming back, they're doing like a pan throughout the Myers house, and you start to see like some of the shit that the couple owned, right? And it gets to the point where you see them like on a field together, and I forget which one's which, but let's just say
Damn, wait, they're on the field together? He must have had a field day.
and the
Laugh, you fool.
let's just say Big John is like sitting down in the field, and Lil John has
How about I just say spoilers for Halloween Kills? We gave you guys another week to watch it.
Yeah.
no, just because I forgot which one was actually which. But let's just say Big John is sitting down in the field, right? And Lil John is like has his head in his lap, right?
Oh, some cute ass shit.
Yeah, some cute shit.
I know.
So when they show that picture, and then they pan down to fucking the couple murdered, and
Wait, picture?
Yeah, so it should make you feel bad for him, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a picture of them in the field.
Okay.
'Cause
Wait,
it's-
but how do you see it though? Like, how? Like, explain cinematography to me because I'm confused.
I just explained it to you.
Yeah,
They're
it's
panning
just
throughout the
panning,
whole
yeah.
house, and they're making their way up to the bedroom, and then they show you a fucking picture of them in a field together.
Oh, I thought they were in the field.
No.
No.
They're in the field in the picture.
Yeah, in the picture.
So the smaller one's sitting down, and the bigger one has his head in his lap. And then when when you pan down from that, you see their actual dead bodies, and Michael copied the picture, except he replaced the bodies. So now the big one's sitting down, and the little one's in his lap.
Oh shit.
It's funny. Michael just was like, oh, look at this cute picture. Well, I'm gonna kill you guys and switch it up. It's not like he made him fucking
Scary movie.
It's kind of like a homage. It's like
it's like a homage. Yeah,
homage. Like in his fucked up mind, he's like, oh, you guys die together. Fuck it, let me put you in this little position.
Let me honor your little picture of you guys together.
It's fucked up.
Like we said on the last episode as a joke, though, the way that they killed off the people who pretended to be Scream or Ghostface, I should say, in Scary Movie. Who's the actor for Shaggy? I forget his name.
Oh, I forget his name too.
Damn, he's such a good actor too.
Yeah.
It's insane. Well, whatever. Him and the Wayne's brother, when they got stabbed, and then they fall down and they're like, yeah.
Just land on each other like that.
Yeah. They land in doggy style. Yeah.
It's not like Michael did some shit like that. Like he honored their little picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like,
why did you say? No, because last episode I said that as a joke, and you said kind of.
What do you mean?
Last episode.
What'd you say?
I said that they died like that in Scary Movie, and that's how he set them up. And you said, well, kind of.
No, it's because I didn't want to spoil this. I was trying to allude to something else.
He was subverting expectations.
Exactly. I was subverting expectations.
Good job. Well, there goes the spoiler.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, but then since all this news came out, I was like, I have to talk about it now.
Also, it's been a week.
But but I'm just baffled at the fact that like this guy's always supposed to be bad.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, that's like fucking. Did you guys know Freddy Krueger's a fucking pedophile?
What?
We should hang him by the stakes.
You guys literally want? Do they really like? Do these people? I'm not saying the whole community, right?
Yeah.
Because I know it's only just.
It's really
on this.
Yeah, it's really a grammatical error that people like to sting to when we say like they or like all of them.
Yeah.
Like we don't mean all of you.
Yeah.
It's impossible to mean all of you. It's not possible to mean always. It's possible to mean never. But
those aren't their pronouns, Gala. You're confusing them. No, nah, but the ones that do complain about that shit though, I'm just like, how did you like? What do you want? How did you get this point? And how do you like? Do you want nothing in the world except for like what you find right for your own self? Like that's not the way the world works.
It's like, what do you like? Do you not think a serial killer wouldn't kill a gay couple?
Yeah, you think Michael just gonna go to him like, oh, you guys are gay? I'm not gonna kill you.
My bad, you know. I'm tolerant, you know. My bad.
My gut is telling me that article was 100% like ironic, hoping to just catch people who see it unironically. Yes, because there's
well, he got us for talking about it.
Yeah, no, exactly though. Because there's so many people who want to feed into the algorithm. Example, so Instagram, they have these videos that I've been seeing going around. Right, they're like these reels, and they have something that has nothing to do with the reel or something. You know, like they have like a question.
Picture?
Yeah, they have a question
you
or
send
a
us
picture.
reels, and then they have like weird pictures on them. But then when you watch the thing, it's like nothing to do with the picture was.
No, it's not that. It's like in the video. Like in the video, it would be like, I can't believe he did this or some shit like that, you know. And it's comment bait really, because people would then comment like, "What the fuck? That didn't happen," or like, "What are you talking about?"
Sounds like gaslighting.
Yeah,
kinda, yeah.
Yeah, just to get engagement.
Yeah, just to get the engagement. So basically, they're like, pay attention to blah 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 blah, and you pay attention and nothing happens, and you're like, what the fuck? Why did you do this?
Yeah, and it's fucked up.
And it gets fucking comments because of that.
If you read most articles, some of them just do that now. They just click big titles, and then at the end of the article, they tell you, oh, actually, it's opposite to what the title said.
So there's this guy I watch, Philip DeFranco. He's pretty democratic, but he always talks about it from both sides. And his opinion, I feel like whenever he talks about it, it's in order to sway the.
He doesn't have the answers.
No, he has answers and stuff, but the way that he says it, like, is beforehand for like both sides, so it's kind of to sway you to one side of it. But that's just because it's his show; he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
So
it's his bias.
Yeah, but he does try to show both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But he always has these clickbait articles, so he always follows the algorithm. So the algorithm now is that you have to have a face in your thumbnail. The red circles still get people, and he puts like the famous people like in the article or in the thumbnail with him. So there's this picture of there's this Target thing that's going around.
He has a thumbnail of Alec Baldwin aiming the gun at him. He's like, oh no.
Kind of, yeah. There's one that has Alec Baldwin.
There's a red circle around the
gun.
The gun, yeah.
Yeah. The one specifically I'm going to talk about right now.
Okay.
It's with Alec Baldwin in it.
Oh,
so the title's like it has Alec Baldwin's name and shit in there because it needs to grab people, and then it also says like a Target controversy or some shit. And it's about this lady. She's a Target worker, and she's the one in the thumbnail, and she's like circled, like her and like whatever she's holding for no reason, because when it gets to that part, it's not even about her really. Because what happens in this Target thing is like this bigot dude. He has like this gay pride shirt. And he's like, you guys are supporting Satan, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And then he goes to like random people in the store that she's trying to like stop and like kick him out basically.
Yeah.
And he goes to like a bunch of people and he's like, do you guys support this? Do you support this? And everyone's like, yeah. Like every single person, like they're like, yeah. What are you talking about? Like what the like you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So he keeps doing that, and then they're trying to take the shirt away from him. He's like, no, I'm gonna buy it. And he keeps like going, and then he's like when he enters the entrance, after 10 people fucking disagree with him, he like steps on it and like walks away, and then he has the audacity to post it like as if he did something.
Yeah, I get you on that. There was another one. It was a transgender one from Sonic, and she was at Sonic trying to get like food and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and
what'd you think of the hedgehog?
You know, the hedgehog.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna think of any other Sonic if I hear Sonic.
And then
yeah, but he said the Sonic. It's not like there's a Sonic outlet or anything like that.
Yeah. What do you mean? Do you call the restaurant the Sonic?
No.
When you go?
He said at Sonic, like as in a place. He said it as a place.
I didn't
There's
hear
no Sonic place. Like Green Hill Zone, or what are you talking about? No,
but yeah. So she's complaining because
there's a Sonic on
the people made.
It's like a street name.
Order up. She's complaining in a car at a parking lot and about the people, the workers, misgendering her. Calling him and stuff like that because on the card
the order. Let me just give you the order.
Yeah. On the card it says a man's name, so they're calling the person by a man, by a man's name, you know. And
they have to update their systems, dog.
Yeah, and then she's telling the manager, because the manager is being respectful. He's like saying like, oh, we didn't mean to, like it was just the name of the card, like that's what we saw, so that's what we thought, you know, like just being respectful type shit. And then so he goes, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to do. Like I apologize. We just told you we won't do it again. And she goes, but why would you call me a man though? Like, and he's like, I told you it's because of the name of the card, name on the card. And she's like, oh, but do I look like a man? Like, like if you saw me without this incident, what would you assume I would be? And then the guy's like, well, what would you want me to call you? What would you want me to call you? Like, trying to be like, asking her like, what are your pronouns so I can call you them?
Yeah.
And she's like, but what do you think I am? What do you think I am? And then he's like,
it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah, he's like, I would think you were a man if I saw you in public. I would think you were a man. And then she like pans the camera back to her because it's only at the manager at this point. So she pans the camera to her. And she just looks like a man with makeup. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but she looks like a man with makeup.
Yeah.
And then she posted it like if she like did something, like if she owned that guy, like, oh, like I look so much like a woman and like and this and this, like
I fucking saw that he's a bigot.
Yeah, that he's a bigot and this is how it looks.
Like, you know, what's that journalism called? Where like they just try to get
gotcha
it
journalism.
Sounds like gotcha.
Yeah, that's what it basically is. Yeah, and it's like. He was trying to be respectful to you and saying, I'm sorry we did this to you. What would you like me to call you? And if you're just saying, "Oh, what do you think I am?" You're just instigating your own self.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna try to talk to people about these issues, you can't be just so combative or think people are always against you.
Yeah, because he was already willing to work with her. It was a mistake.
Yeah,
You know?
and then it goes into the line where that she just posted it right after because it's gonna get all those clicks because she's transgender and then she's
Your
gonna
opponent
do
literally
this.
called a truce, and you said no, I won't.
Yeah, she said, "Hell have no fury, like a
Then,
woman scorned."
Then a man scorned.
That's pretty brave of you to say that.
Is it? Is it? Shit.
Oh shit!
Not. Is she or he trans? One as a boy to
Yeah,
lady or lady to
boy to
boy
male
to
to
lady?
female. Yeah, male to female. So
From what I hear,
so
it doesn't matter what she thinks,
yeah.
because once you reach that point, like how Cody says, I already said sorry.
Yeah,
If you don't take that, it's your fault. It's already we already got to this point.
yeah.
Now
It's
I
like,
don't care about you.
yeah, it's like people aren't taking ownership of their own emotions and feelings and thought processes. Like everyone's attacking you. People just people just want to fucking.
I care about your
They
cause.
just want you to fuck off so they can do the day things. You know?
Yeah, bro. You know how much shit that manager has to deal with?
Yeah, and he's
then
quite.
he-
Go on.
Then he has to deal with this fucking dumbass saying, just trying to like fish for.
Fish for
clout.
attention, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fish for
fish for
clout.
clout.
Fucking what was
fish for
that? Mad
attention.
Max? That's bait.
I never seen that movie.
It's just a meme where there's like a, what is it, like a shopping cart, or it's something, and it has like food in it or whatever, and he's just like, Tom Hardy, that's bait.
But yeah, it's just crazy from like just a personal level to like that, and to what Gallo said to like an article. Like it has all the same mentality.
Yeah.
It's just clickbait, attention grabbing.
It really is crazy when somebody wants to help you with your cause, and you completely deny it, and you don't want to help who you actually want to help because of a situation.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like they're always saying like, "Oh, we'll get educated," and then you tell them, "Okay, well, educate me," and then they tell you, "Oh, that's what you
your
have
business.
to do."
I don't want to do it.
That's your responsibility. It's like, okay, what about your responsibility?
Is there a Skillshare class?
for education?
Yeah. Do you have a Skillshare? Sorry, because I want to know.
I want to know.
Do I have to pay you? Will you be my tutor
You get cash out?
in LGBTQIA
I think they
IA studies plus?
This is more thought control. Just think like me.
Thought control, yeah.
And I don't think they know that that's what they want. It's just that's what it comes out to. It's because you're safer when people think like you.
With the depression, back on the depression and like location type deal.
Yeah.
CM Punk, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know CM Punk, the wrestler. So he left WWE, like I think in 2013 maybe or 2012. Maybe.
But no one knows CM the Punk.
When he was in WWE, there's a lot of pranking and just like hazing that goes on, right? Like literally.
It's like a frat house.
It's like a frat house. One of the main perpetrators of it, who's gotten in a lot of trouble before, is JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. There's like stories of him like just fucking being butt ass naked and then coming up to new people and like tapping them on the shoulder, and they turn around and he's just like fucking grabbing his dick and shit.
Louis C.K.? He's a wrestler?
And yeah, no, because Louis C.K. asks.
Asks?
JBL just does it.
No, but he asked why he's doing it. Oh, this is okay, right?
I guess.
I mean, you're doing it.
All right, so
Oh, but wait, real quick.
It's like
Tom Hardy does that shit
I
too.
love yoga pants.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy and when Shia LaBeouf was doing his Hot Ones interview, he said Tom Hardy was like wrestling him butt naked.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
hot.
that's hot as
they're
fuck,
into
dog.
it. They're friends.
Yeah.
This is hazing. It's
Yeah.
different.
You think so? Because I think the way that Shia LaBeouf was telling it was like, oh man, what the fuck you doing?
Oh, that's like giggling and shit.
Yeah, like yeah, I believe that was hazing too.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he didn't want Tom Hardy to wrestle naked. He just didn't mind it.
Charles Love has some crazy stories though, like that one where he was eating food at the fucking thing. That was like Illuminati or type shit deal.
Well, he was at one of those white parties.
Yeah. And they were like, "Sir, you need to leave."
Yeah.
They're like, "You need to leave." He's like, "I'm just trying to eat some hot dogs or something like that."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but anyways,
like
so they hate CM Punk a lot too, and like one thing they made him do, they unbeknownst to him, they gave him laxatives. So when he was wrestling on TV, he shat himself from one of the moves he did. And so he was just there in the ring on live TV fucking pooping his pants, bro. It's like humiliating as fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know. Wouldn't that be like a huge headline or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything like that.
Yeah, I never heard about it either. And then I found out and I was like, oh
You
shit.
think they buried it? You think like fucking
No,
like...
they definitely didn't. If you know, you know. You know who CM Punk is, right?
No, I'm just kidding, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jason David Frank wanted to fight him.
Yeah?
Yeah, remember?
Why?
Because he got into the UFC and shit. Jason David Frank really wanted to get into UFC, remember?
He did, yeah. I thought he just quit.
Yeah, he kept
He
saying...
had some cool fights.
I don't know why he didn't keep trying. But, yeah, I remember he was like, wanting to fight CM Punk to get in or some shit.
Who knows?
Bro,
CM Punk
it really
is a
tells
huge
the time, too, because now we have fucking... the Paul brothers doing shit like that just to get in. And Jason David Frank is like fucking star power, you know?
Yeah, he's just older though, so it's like he goes about it differently.
Yeah, but he tried like it just goes to like show like how different fucking things are. Because he tried to do that like years before. Years before, like people were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go into this or I'm gonna go into that just because I can."
Yeah, well, he was doing it the right way by fighting amateurs and shit. Jake Paul was just like, you know what, I'm gonna fight celebrities.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it was like we were talking about like how people show up to interviews now, all dressed up in all drippy and shit.
Yeah. They're all like fucking casual as fuck.
Yeah, it's like people just.
It depends on the interview.
Yeah.
I go semi-casual to
I do semi-casual.
The interviews I go to because they're mostly warehouse ones. So it's like, what the fuck am I gonna look good for?
Yeah. Like,
well, I do.
I'm not coming in for HR positions. Like.
Yeah. So there's CM Punk went through a lot of shit like that. Backstage politics. That's always a thing when it comes to wrestling and shit. So he was just fed up and he left the business. Right. He didn't just leave. He has like this famous promo called the Pipe Bomb, where he breaks the fourth wall. He even says in the interview, he's like, "Whoops, there goes the fourth wall," and he looks into the camera.
Pipe bomb here.
Yeah, and he's.
I think some of you guys got that joke.
No.
Yeah.
Did you get any?
Yeah. I did.
Pipe bomb here. Pipe bomb. No? It's Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I never played that game.
I forgot about
Pills here.
I haven't played Back for Blood either.
I want to play with you guys. I really want to get into another game with you guys, like
Does
like Monster Hunter or some
was
shit,
that one?
you know?
Was that the one you Back 4 Blood?
Back 4 Blood is like the newest one. It's literally like Left 4 Dead. I think it's the same people who made it.
Yeah.
But you know how like Valve didn't want to make like a sequel or some shit? Or I don't know why they never want to go past a second fucking installment of anything that they have. But they made a new one.
Because they make Half-Life 2, right?
Yeah. They made Half-Life 2. No, they made Half-Life 2.
Oh, they finally made it?
No, I thought it had been made. They just haven't made a 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they made Half-Life 2, and then they made Left 4 Dead 2, and then I think they have another thing too. That's also gone to 2, but they never make 3s.
Oh.
Like they never made a 3. And people are like, what? What?
This is us, man.
So yeah,
go by
just who-
twos.
Yeah, Gavin, or whatever his name is.
In that famous Pipe Bomb promo, he mentions other wrestling businesses like New Japan and shit, right?
Okay.
So
Shout out New Japan.
that's something that was never really done before in WWE. Vince McMahon doesn't want his wrestlers mentioning other businesses. If you make a name for yourself in another business and you come to his business, he's gonna strip you of that name. He's gonna change your name. So for example, yeah, there's a wrestler who got big on the indie scene named Bryan Danielson. When he came to WWE, all his accolades are gone. Now he's Daniel Bryan. But since then he's left that company.
I said I'm the human spider.
Exactly. Now he's in AEW. His name is back. He's back to Bryan Danielson. So CM Punk, he didn't just leave the fucking business. I mean, he didn't just leave WWE. He left the whole wrestling as a whole for like, I forgot how many years. It's been like 7 or 8 years, right? That's why when he came back, it was so eventful. I mean, he tried going to UFC, lost. He was too old. He wasn't able to like transition well as other people do, right? So.
Isn't that just sad theory? He's just too old.
Yeah, right? It's like if he was doing this as a young, but that doesn't. Don't let that stop you though. No matter what your age, he still trains MMA. Like he still has a love for it, right? Mm-hmm. It's just he can't be in the biggest competitions. Yeah, and so but yeah, and he's back in WWE, having great matches with up and comers and shit. It's dope, right? But one of his first promos back in what did I say? I meant AEW. He's back in AEW. Yeah, he's making having great matches, and then one of his first promos he did back. It's like because when he started off the pipe bomb promo, he sat down crisscross, right? So now, yeah. So now it's like a thing. It's kind of like a thing for him now. So he sat crisscross in the middle of the ring again. He's like, let me get comfortable, and he's like, in that thing, he was explaining why he left wrestling. He said that his wrestling career ended in I think like 2006. As he said, he's like, that's when I left wrestling. In actuality, in 2006 is when he joined WWE, so that's already a slight at WWE already. He's like, yeah, basically I wasn't even in wrestling no more. And then he says, just letting you guys know, I was gone I had to leave because I was never gonna get better in a place that made me sick in the first place.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Samson said when he walked in to get a job. Mm. He's like, this place made me feel sick.
Place is toxic. How are you gonna get better there?
Yeah, I feel it. That's almost amazing. That is amazing.
That's what I'm literally talking about in the beginning of this podcast. Yeah. In the beginning of this episode, I mean.
You good loop, man.
Brought it back around.
All the way back around.
It was a roundabout.
Play the song Roundabout.
Exactly.
I'll be a roundabout.
And that's how we ended off.
Because that's how it ends too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
To be continued.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? There's a new death battle.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, bro.
You saw it?
I haven't watched it. Dio versus Alucard. I want to watch it, but I did watch one from like a week or two ago that I keep forgetting to talk about. Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man.
You're lying. Are you serious?
I watched that shit. It was dope.
Kool-Aid Man won, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Man?
I knew it.
He killed.
Because they're like, when he breaks through the wall.
Yeah, but you know why? Because when you break to the wall like that, he's glass. He's not even breaking, bro. That's fucking strong as fuck.
Basically, what it came down to was
that's a glass jar.
What it came down to was Macho Man was stronger. He had more power output, but Kool-Aid Man had better like
dexterity,
like reservoirs of energy and shit. So that's why he was able to outlast Macho Man, beat him. But then at the end, he revives him. Yeah, he has like an endless reserve of Kool-Aid, and they even mention how it's like they even mention like, okay, well, it's a long question, like it's long since been a question. Is he the glass or is he the Kool-Aid?
It shows in the thing that he's the glass.
Yeah, well, they show that scene, and apparently he's both.
Damn.
He's simultaneously the glass and the Kool-Aid, and he can control.
That's
I'm pretty sure there's a commercial where he spills everything out.
Yeah, he has like there's a commercial where he's like taking a shower. He has no Kool-Aid inside whatsoever.
Yeah, he gets like the Mio. Yeah.
No.
Oh, what? Really? Oh, okay. That doesn't make sense. Why would you just take a shower and not have any liquid in you?
I don't know, but he's like empty, but his face is still on the glass, and then he like summons Kool-Aid out of nowhere, and that's why he has like endless reservoir. Yeah. But yeah, it was cool because I was like, this is tight. And then even the little, I know you hate him, but the boomstick and what's the scientist's name? I forget.
Wiz.
Well, yeah, Wiz and Boomstick. Like they're I guess they're doing like a little storyline where like they're trying to find Boomstick's dad. So they think.
I just hate all the storylines they do.
They think Macho Man.
Like quit talking to each other. They do one in the new episode with Dio and whatever, and like the scene that they do takes like a whole minute. And I'm like, bro, you're not even done telling their like specials, like their fucking like background and shit.
You know what I thought when I saw this, like, because for those who don't know, Death Battle has been around for years now, like over a decade, and
they're stupid sometimes.
They started off with like just these two voice actors, like saying stuff, but they were still in character though. So one's name is Wiz, he's a scientist. The other one's name is Boomstick. He's supposed to be like a dumb redneck.
I'm Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Yeah. So throughout the years, they ended up getting, I guess, more budget for Death Battle. So because one of the original owner of the company that makes Death Battle, his name is Evil Craig, and he kind of like sold his company.
Fucking Craig.
Yeah, he sold his company to like this other company that fucks over YouTubers and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That was them?
Yeah. And then so Craig ended
Defy?
up yeah, so Craig was the first one that ended up leaving. He used to have this cool series called I Hate Whatever. Like the topic was like I hate Naruto or some shit. He would just bag on whatever he was talking about. And then so I think he was like the first to leave, and that channel had like other cool ass series. I think it was Screw Attack. That's what it was called. Screw Attack. They had all these other cool like videos and shit, and I liked them. I liked a lot of their content. But slowly but surely, more of their shit started to like fall. Oh, we're canceling this show. Oh, we're canceling this show because it doesn't make as much views and money as Death Battle does. Death Battle's like the king of the Screw Attack shows, right?
Yeah, and then they were like, how about we make Death Battles, but like
so they
short?
legit like trim their shit down and shit?
They basically canceled a bunch of their coolest shows that, yeah.
Damn,
and
that's
those other
fun.
shows had to go to different places for they're like, oh, follow Normal Boots so you can see my videos still. I'm like,
fucking normal.
yeah. And then so I was just like, I don't know. And Evil Craig, he started another channel called Game Attack. So that was like his new shit. He explained it in detail. But yeah, so Death Battle, they got to the point where they started actually having like little character animations for Wiz and Boomstick. You could see them, and that's when Gallo was started getting like, oh, this is getting retarded. And I was like, I don't really mind. And then now it's like they're doing this whole ass storyline, trying to find like Boomstick's dad. And I haven't watched Death Battle in a while, right? And like one of my last favorite shows that it was like a top 10 series. It was like one of my last favorite shows on Screw Attack besides Death Battle. It had got canceled recently, like a year. And it's not even recently. It's like a year or two ago. But, you know, I haven't been watching Death Battle in a while. So this is my first Death Battle in a while, and I see them doing, like, a whole storyline. I'm like, this is what all my shows got canceled for? So they can have a budget to do this dumbass shit?
Yeah. I'm telling you,
I
it's
just want to see
dumb.
people fight, man. I just want to see two characters fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we're literally, like...
But here's where they really commit... Because I still, at the same time, I didn't mind it, you know? You know, it's faults on Craig for, like, selling his company, right? And now Death Battle is what it is. It's basically not even Screw Attack no more. It's fucking Death Battle channel.
Death Battle channel.
Yeah. So
I think it is. I think it's literally just called Death Battle.
yeah. So
What was at the time?
so pretty much this other, I don't know who this character is, but they're like, oh, Boomstick, I think your dad's here. And he describes him. So when he gets there, it's Macho Man. And then it's like, oh, Macho Man's my dad, but he's not his dad. And then, but at one point towards the end, Deadpool just comes out of nowhere. And I know this is like a crossover show and shit, but I just hate when nowadays people just throw in Deadpool just to throw in Deadpool. I hate that shit. Like people do, like toy photographers do that shit all the time, and I hate it. I'm just like, you're not funny. You think just because you put Deadpool in your fucking picture, it's gonna be funny? No. And I hate even more when they make Deadpool the comedic person and they make Spider-Man the straight man. So Spider-Man's off to the side, like putting his hand on his head because Deadpool's fucking around with some shit. I'm like, bro, stop. Spider-Man goofs around too. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man wouldn't mind Deadpool doing some wacky shit.
Have you read the Spider-Man
and Deadpool team-up comics? Nah.
That's basically what they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the buddy cop thing.
It's dumb. Well,
It's
they make Spider-Man the straight man the whole time. I wouldn't
It's
like it.
it's the Spider-Man as the CEO of his company thing, and Deadpool does like just a bunch of shit that Spider-Man's not exactly like. Fuck no, wait, what happens? It's been like 2 years since I fucking read that shit.
Basically, the straight man is a valuable character, but it gets to the point where when you have the ultimate comedic person, and then you make someone else the ultimate straight man, it's just that straight man's gonna be hated, you know.
Straight man.
I'm not talking about sexual orientation.
Spider-Man's like, so I've been fucking Black Cat, Mary Jane,
Felicia Hardy,
Gwen
Stacy,
Felicia make me Hardy,
Tom Hardy. I mean, no, straight man.
No, straight.
Oh Lord, please, I'm straight.
Nah, so basically,
Make a pussy.
when there's a character,
Deadpool's like getting a little close, and he's like, no, Deadpool, I can't do it.
Pussy.
basically in comedies or shows or movies, you have a wacky character, and he's wacky, so he makes you laugh, but he can't just be crazy, you know? There has to be someone there to ground the whole situation. So the character is called a straight man, the guy who's like reacting to the wacky character being wacky and be like, oh, why are you doing this? And that's basically what those elements are.
Cliches.
Yeah. Cliches, yeah.
It is a cliche. And then
cigarettes and coffee, cliche.
Yeah, and they make your breath smell.
The double dosage of bad breath.
Double dosage.
Imagine, bro, like just talking to someone. Oh, that's why like I drink coffee before I brush my teeth, because I don't want that fucking coffee smell on people's nose when I'm talking to them. Because I hate that shit too.
Yeah. I brush my teeth, and I just think I saw this interview with it was like this video explaining like how the fucking drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket, he had like rotting teeth, and he had like coffee breath, and so when he was yelling in the actors' faces, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But then
didn't they say he did it on purpose or something?
Yeah, so it's usually on purpose, but no, not even on. It's just how he was. And then but
I think they say he did it on purpose, like he chewed coffee grounds or some shit, like before the scene.
I don't know about that, but they compared it to Jack Nicholson on his because it was both movies were directed by Stanley Kubrick. So,
I heard about this.
So Jack Nicholson on the set of The Shining brushed his teeth constantly, like especially before scenes. And there's a video footage of him brushing his teeth before a scene. Shelley Duvall's off to the side, and then I think Shelley Duvall is even the one that asked him, or someone asked him, maybe the guy with the camera was like, "Oh, why do you brush your teeth so much?" He's like, "Respect for my coworkers." And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." So I started brushing my teeth more. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want my breath to smell, bro." So like, that shit's nasty.
Isn't that a little too bad for you though? Doesn't that destroy your plaque and shit?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys seen me brush my teeth even before I saw that video.
Yeah, this fool already destroyed his plaque.
I was like,
destroy any. That fool already destroyed his plaque. That fool brushes his teeth like he buffs a car.
He's motherfucking turtle waxing his teeth and shit.
Yeah, I get into it.
Get into it.
I think it's because when I was a kid,
Get to it.
I really didn't brush my teeth too much. I probably did like once a day when I was a kid, and I had hella cavities, bro. So now I'm like, I need to take care of these boys.
I'm not gonna.
I think that's it.
I think we got to the end of this podcast.
I think we've reached the end of this podcast.
This is Angel G.
The Pull Podcast.
I believe we've reached the end of the whole podcast today. This has been Gal V.
Angel G.
And Ivan O.
Thank you for joining us today on the Fool's Podcast, where you can be a fool
And not fool yourself.
Stay blessed.
Stay messy.
and have a nice day.